Hello and welcome. This is Lucas Katsaros, New Life Whisperer, and in this episode we are going into something very, very specific and very powerful. We call it meditation. It is a practice where we stop thinking and we start sensing, more than feeling, sensing, experiencing outside what the conscious awareness can actually perceive. So it is very important to go and do your meditation every morning if you can, especially times like now. It will help you in many different ways, from balancing your heart rate, your blood sugar, from balancing your mind, anxiety, depression, fear, conflict, anger. It can actually dissolve all this. It can give you this state of euphoria, a state where you can enjoy the presence of you, a presence which in many other ways you cannot really feel it, you cannot really see your own presence, you cannot experience your own presence. You can experience your actions of your own presence, but you cannot really experience who you really are. And meditation is a method of achieving that. Of course, there's 7 different pillars in achieving a great meditation. Now, of course, this is my methods of doing meditation. There's others that are doing other things. I have gathered the most powerful things that have happened to my life while I was meditating, and then I put in this episode for you to follow it if you like. Test it first, of course. You can do more researches, you can go around, you can find other people that are doing other things, and just do whatever you have to do. Now, the old traditional way is about zero thinking. It's like being empty, fully empty. Of course, being fully empty is not an easy thing. For me to be able to get there, I like to go through some steps, and the first step that I start when I meditate is my breathing. So I stay cross legged and I start breathing. My breathing varies from 4 breaths in to 4 breaths out, and it can go to 4 breaths in and even 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds breaths out. It is very important to put your body into a parasympathetic state, and this is what the breathing does. So if you breathe slow and through the nostrils, if you can, of course, then you'll be able to experience this state of like no burden, no weight on your shoulders. Breathing is very, very important. You cannot do anything in life without breathing. So that's why air and the way you can consume the air is very important. Of course, I prefer to not just do this 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, but I also like to yawn. For me, yawning opens up some receptors into my brain, and I start seeing things. So yeah, I'm not saying you do it. I'm saying what works for me, and that has happened not because I've read it, but because it happened to me naturally. I was yawning, and then as I was yawning, too much air came inside my body and started having these things in my head. And since then, whatever practice I have done, when I start yawning, I go deep into something different, and it has been extremely amazing. So breathing is number one. Control your breathing through the nostrils. If your nose is blocked, use your mouth. Okay, let's not get too complicated in those things. But nostrils is the best. After the breathing, it's very important to start giving gratitude to yourself, because you have to thank yourself for being around and being alive and being here. You have to thank not just you, your life, but also your organs. How many times have you said thank you to your brain? How many times have you said thank you to your heart? How many times have you said thank you to your lungs, to your stomach, to your blood, to your bones, to your arms, to your hands, to protect you, help you gather, eat, to your feet, help you walk, to everything you have. I believe a lot in gratitude, and the way I do it is I start with myself first. I go into my body and say thank you to my organs, thank you to my existence, to my life, and then I go into earth with the beautiful trees, the beautiful flowers, the amazing animals, and I go into the waters, into the sea, the rivers, waterfalls, lakes, ice, snow, rain, air. Then I go into the clouds, into the sun and the moon. The sun is one of my main spirit guides, so I really love the sun. The sun, when it comes into my meditation, or even outside my meditation, the real life, I just buzz from life. It is extremely powerful. It is extremely amazing for my life, and therefore I show my gratitude. Now, there's something which I didn't mention. As you throw in your gratitude, it is very important to say why you thank what you thank. So I was thanking just now the sun. So thank you, sun. Why do I thank you, sun? I thank you, sun, because without your power, your strength, your light, I will be able to have a life here on planet Earth. Because you giving me vitamins, you helping me metabolize other vitamins into my body. You helping my mood. So you can find one, two, three different things for each gratitude. It is important to say the why you are thankful, because it goes beyond the neurolinguistic programming, and you go into your heart. When you start channeling the sun, for instance, and you say, okay, thank you, sun. You don't just say thank you, sun, through your head. You say thank you, sun, through your body. And that's the most important thing in meditation. You don't just do things from the head, you just do things from the body. So you remove the conscious awareness, you go into the unconscious being of yours, and when the feelings and the gratitude and the emotions and the wellness in general comes from your body, it is a long-lasting experience, because the mind has a thought. The thought is gone, right? Takes, but the body is always here, right? The body will always be here, will always guide you. And if you are smart enough to be able to connect to your body, because we are not smart enough to even connect to our own bodies, then you understand the magic of your own body. Now, you have to look after your body to look after you. So when you live in a body which is unhealthy, you cannot really feel all the messages that come from planet Earth. So it's very important to look after this beautiful body that you've got. So channeling with gratitude and say thank you, and why you thank whatever you thank is very, 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 very important. Of course, after the sun, we go to the moon, and I was born in full moon. And oh, you know the full moon stuff. They're saying, well, full moon for me is very powerful, and I do thank the moon in general, all the planets, the planets that they are we know, the planets we don't know, and we go. And I'm going after to my spirit guides, to the guides that they're guiding my life in the unseen realm, to the aliens and everybody else who is not around to be seen, or they are around and we can see them. Some of us can. To the spirits of light that have been guiding us and helping us. We are not alone, so we have to give gratitude to those beings. And we also have to give gratitude to the ascending masters, like Jesus, like Buddha, like all these beautiful beings that they came here, they walked on this planet, they tried to help us, they gave messages of love and peace and freedom, and how to live lives, and we have misused it. But nevertheless, you have to show your gratitude. to these beings. They are always around. They're there to be channeled, and they're there to be used in the best possible way from you in your lives and for everybody else's life. So it's very, very important to show the gratitude. So after that, I go into the angelic realm and to my very, very close friend, one of the four archangels, Archangel Michael, especially. He's been not just a warrior in my life, he has been a friend and a protector. And I love his presence, its presence. It's not a male or female, it's just energy. I love it, its presence around me. It gives me this confidence that I have more than less. I don't know if you felt living a life in this modern world that we've been living life, that we always have always less and we're always striving for more. Well, being in Archangel Michael's energy, I feel I have more than what I need and I do nothing. I just sit down. So Archangel Michael has been great. Of course, you can channel any other angel, archangel, whatever you like. Try to avoid fallen angels if you can. If you can avoid it, then find someone who can actually help you avoid it, because it's not a very good place to go. So after the gratitude and the whys we give in gratitude, we go into a different kind of space. We're going into the movement. Now that's all before you go quiet into the mind. So why do I say all that? Because I found myself quite active as a human being, and to be able to quieten my mind sometimes, because I'm a very visual person, I like to be able to see things and move things around and achieve things. And all these things have happened to me. They came to me as a byproduct of my practices. So all these are gifts to me, and I hope with sharing them with you, you'll be able to get whatever works for you and use it. You might find other things that work for you. There's nothing solid of what I'm saying. This is just what's working for me, and it works really nice. So it's very important to go into the movement. And when I say movement, although I'm sitting cross-legged, I start moving the body. My body likes the movement in general. So after I've given my gratitude and my whys, I just shake my body a little bit and I visualize to see my energy of my body, to see if there's anything stuck in my body, right? And if something is stuck, I call Archangel Michael, or I call my own auric field energy. I bring the white light from outside me and just bring it in, and I ask for my cells to be protected, every cell of my body to be protected. And then I expand this beautiful auric field of energy outside my body, and it's around me, it's helping me, it's protecting me. So movement for a while. If I see things that have been accumulated in a part of my body, I try to shake it. I try to remove it. I try to bring it out, because if my body is telling me there's something stuck wherever, with the movement we can actually remove it. Yeah, and it might be so simple, or it might be a little bit more complicated that you're gonna need someone to help you out with that. So it depends. It depends how, let's say, advanced you are in those practices. The more you train, the more you exercise, the more advanced you become. That's very simple. And then after you have moved your body, you've done all your gratitudes, and you've been grateful for everything that you know of, then you go into the quiet. Then you've done everything you had to remove. Then you go into a quiet place, very quiet place, and you say, "I'm quiet now." So you've done everything. The mind dissolves its thinking, and then you just stay there and you relax your presence. You might get some thoughts. Say thank you, and put them aside. At the moment, it's your time, and it's not your mind's time to do things. It's your time to experience things outside your brain, your the way what is working on a constant basis to actually make transactions. It's time to experience the 95%, as they're calling it, the things outside what you can control. And when you cannot control those things, then the only thing you have to do is to, be quiet and just experience them. Part of my meditation is also accessing the zero energy field. The zero energy field in numerology is one of the most powerful numbers, the zero. So when I am quiet, after a while, I just envision the space becomes totally empty from everything, and I get the zero number somewhere around. It pops up. Normally for me, it's got a golden circle, and from there I ask a message for the day. And sometimes I will get something nice, sometimes I will get something not so nice. With the zero point, with the zero field, the energy of the zero in general, you can experience different things. So if it doesn't work for you, don't stick with it. Don't. You can try it, and you can ask. If you don't want to just wait for something to come out, you can ask. If you want more abundance, you say, you know what, give me more money. Give me more money. Thank you. I will use them that way for the good. Of course, you have to explain when you do something why you're doing it. Why do you want to do what you want to do? It's very important to actually communicate the messages with your heart open, of course, right? It's very important. And then you saying, I am, the I am script, I am strong. And then you say, I am. I am, the saying is the word of, is the name of God. That's what they're saying. But nevertheless, the way I say it is that when I say I am something, I am making it this effect. This is like true. And if I make it true to myself, then this truth will manifest. Law of attraction. It will manifest. Whatever you seeks back at you. So if I'm seeking abundance, then abundance will come to me. And of course, after that, we go into protection. Protection is very important. Now you can bring lights from outside you. You can ask from archangels. You can just become invisible. There are others, they want to become invisible. So there are others that they don't like to be seen, and then they put this dress, the invisible dress, and they walk outside, and there they just walk and do their own things, and then no one really pays attention to them. They don't even see them. Of course, protection has different layers. The more strong human being you are, the more protection you need in many ways, right? But the best protection for me is to cleanse your mind and your body. So if your body is healthy, if your mind is healthy, and you're doing your practices regularly, then that will be amazing. That will actually protect you. And of course, you have the protection of the physical, and you have the protection of the non-physical reality. So that's part of our meditation. And the last is grounding. So when you have finished your meditation, you said your thank yous, the whys, you've done your movement, you went into a quiet space, you've done your zero field, and you did your protection, then you're ready to start your day. And then what I do is I get up, I say, I light. So my energy goes more into a light energy. And then I see a tree going through my body, and my hands become like branches, and my legs get these roots of the tree going down into the beautiful earth. and I get grounded. Woof. And because I can feel all this, I can see them, because as I said, I'm very visual. I can see them, I can feel them, and I endorse them in a very good way. I embody everything that I just said. So I feel all that. My body becomes the tree. So I am solid, I am strong. I will walk today after this, and I will be solid, strong, because I feel my feet grounded. I feel myself grounded. And I'm the type of person that I like to meditate and I like to do things in other spaces. It's exciting. I love it. And sometimes we forget that we live in this space. I mean, this way that we're living at the moment is not living, but it is, we're still alive. And being grounded on this space is very important. So that was my tips for meditation. Start using them. They're very important. They will help you a lot. They will give you this different ability of meditating. Now this has worked for me. The track that I normally use to do this kind of work is called I Am That I Am by Dr. Wayne Dwyer, which I was very, very lucky to experience his beautiful presence just a few days before he died, and get this track in the morning. I Am That I Am. Listen to the instructions, and then just listen to the track. There's two tracks. They go about 20 minutes, 21 minutes, and have a beautiful, amazing day. Now, if you need anything else in regards to meditation, if you have any comments, please send me a message. If you like this video and you want to share it with people who don't meditate, please do so. Subscribe, turn the notifications on, because I upload videos all the time. And share it with your friends and your family. And let's all meditate. I think that the time is right. This is Lucas Katsaros, New Life Whisperer. Have a beautiful life.